Hello everyone, my name is Aruhi and welcome to my channel. So guys, in my today's tutorial, we will learn how to use MCP clients and servers practically. So in my last class, I have already explained to you what MCP is. And guys, if you don't know what MCP means, then please check that video first. Because in my today's video, I'm going to start with the practical implementation only. So here's what we will do today. First, we will start with using a single MCP server, and while doing that, I'll show you how to build an MCP server on your local computer. And then we will see how to connect MCP client with that MCP server to get answers of users question. And once we understand that, after that we will run two MCP servers on our local machine at the same time. And finally, we'll connect them with the MCP client and we will see how everything works together. For today's tutorial, I'm going to use LangGraph, means we will create an agent using LangGraph. That agent will have one LLM, and the LLM which we are going to use today is OpenAI's LLM, and we will use one MCP server. In the beginning, we'll start with one MCP server, and that MCP server will be a weather MCP server. So let's say user asks the question, what is the weather in Delhi today? When user asks this question, the LLM will decide which MCP server tool to use. And then MCP server will start working and it will fetch the live data. So today we are going to use Open Weather API, means the weather MCP server which we are going to build, that weather MCP server will connect with the Open Weather API. And then the LLM will get the answer, and then the LLM will format the answer and it will give the final answer to the user. So let's start with the first step, which is building a MCP server. And which MCP server we want to build? Weather MCP server. So guys, there are a lot of publicly available MCP servers. So we will pick the weather MCP server from that only. So let's go to the GitHub repo of that. See, this is the GitHub repo. And here, if you'll scroll down, you will see various MCP servers related to various different tasks. So just keep on scrolling and you can see third-party servers. Here you can see the name and the task which those servers do. And if you click on the link, you will see how to build that server on your local machine or how to use that particular MCP server. Okay, so like this, keep on scrolling and you'll see various different MCP servers. And in my today's class, as I've told you, which MCP server we want to build, we want to build weather MCP server. So just search weather over here and you will see various different options like this, and then you can see this MCP server. With the help of this MCP server, we can query flight information, weather data, then after that the lowest available fares, etc. And then keep on doing that, keep on scrolling. So the MCP server which we want to use is this one, right? I've told you na ki we are going to use which API? Open Weather API. So to interact with Open Weather API, you need this MCP server. So click on it, Open Weather over here, click on it. When you'll click on it, you'll see the prerequisites and the installation step and how to build this server on your local machine. So guys, what we are going to do, we are not going to write the code for server. The code is already available over here, right? So we will clone this GitHub repo, we will build this server on a local machine, and then using this server which we have on our local machine, we will connect with the MCP client, and when user will ask the question, our MCP client will connect the MCP server which is running on a local machine only, and that MCP server will connect with the weather API, Open Weather API, and it will fetch the live data, live information, and then that live information will be given to the LLM again by the MCP server, and then LLM will format that information, format that output in the form which user will understand. Okay, so we are at the first step right now, which is building the MCP server on our local machine, weather MCP server. Now let's see step by step how to build it. So see the prerequisite. See, first thing is to install Go, and then we need Open Weather Map API key. Okay, so let's work with these two things. Let's handle these two things first. So to install the Go, you will go to the this link, this. Okay, so all the links are mentioned in description section. So in my case, I have a Windows operating system, so I clicked on this. In your case, you'll see which operating system you are using and then click accordingly. And now guys, I have the screenshots when I installed all these things. I took the screenshots. I'll share those screenshots, and from those screenshots I'll explain you what all steps I took. So first step is click over here. So you will see a .exe file in your downloads folder. So like this, you will see a exe file in downloads folder. After that, you click on next and then again next, and this is the location where it is going to get installed. Go in program files in C drive. Okay, then next, click on install, and then installation will start, and then click on finish. Once you click on finish, the next step is to add the path in environment variable. For that, you will go to the environment variable, just write env over here and then enter. Then you'll see this. Okay, click on this environment variables. Under the system variables, go to path, this path. Now click on edit. When click on edit, just scroll down, and in the last you will see the path of bin folder of Go. See program files, Go and bin. You have to add this path. I have already did this step, so you will do it. You will click on new, and then you will paste that path over here. Then you'll click on OK, and then OK, and then OK. So these are the steps you need to perform in order to install Go. Once you install Go, just check the version now. For that, open command prompt. Here write Go space version. So you'll see like this. So our Go version is this. So this is the first prerequisite which we have installed. Now let's go back to the GitHub page again. The second prerequisite is to get the Open Weather Map API key. For that, here they have provided the link. Just click on this link. When you'll click on this link, you'll be redirected to this kind of page. So if you are using this weather API for the first time, you need to sign up. And after signing up, you need to log in. And once you log in, you will see your username over here. Click on this arrow over here. Click on the My API key. You will see Generate API key. You will click on that Generate API key and you will get your API key. That API key, save it somewhere, because we need that API key when we are going to write our code. Okay, so this is the second prerequisite. So now we are done with these two steps. Now move to the next step, which is installation part. Means we will build, we want to run that MCP server on our local machine. So for that, we need to first clone the repo. Okay, so guys, I have created one folder. See, in E drive, I have created this folder. In this folder, I'm going to show you all the work. So let's open command prompt. So I'm in E drive. In E drive, we want to go in which folder? LangGraph MCP demo, because we are working in this folder only. What is the first step? First step is to clone this GitHub repo. So just copy this command from here and then paste here and enter, and then see your folder. You will see that folder over here, right? Now we need to enter in this folder through command prompt. So cd, then write the folder name. Now we are inside that folder. Next step is to build the MCP weather server. So for that, copy this command. So now we are going to run a command which will build our server, and run this command and enter. When you'll run this command, you will see a file over here, one more file over here. See, you will see this file. right? But this is not a .exe file. We want to have a .exe file. So just write .exe with it and then run again. And now you will see a MCP weather application, right? So this is what we want. This is the file which will run your code on Windows. So we did this step. Now our MCP server is ready. We have built the MCP server on our local machine. Which MCP server? Weather MCP server. When user will ask the question related to weather, we will connect our code. Our MCP client will connect with this MCP server, and this MCP server will further connect with the weather API, and then it will fetch the data from the weather API, and then it will pass that data to the MCP client. MCP client will give that data to the LLM. LLM will format that data in the form which user will understand, right? So this is the next step. So our first task is done, which is the this MCP server part. We have built the MCP server on our local machine. Now let's do the next part. So now let's start with the coding part. And I've told you that we are going to work in LangGraph today. So let's install all the required modules which are needed. So these are the modules which are needed. Python-.env, we need this module because we are going to use API keys. So one API key we have for weather API, and the other API key we are using because we are working with the OpenAI models. So those API keys we are going to store in .env file, and from that .env file we will load the API keys, and for loading the API keys we need this module. And after that we are using this module, LangChain MCP adapters. This module is required when you want to use MCP concept with LangChain or LangGraph. And after that, we are installing LangGraph and LangChain with OpenAI dependencies because we want to use the OpenAI model. So we want to install all the packages which are related to that, which will make us use the OpenAI models on our with our LangChain and LangGraph. So these are the modules which you need. Just hit enter and then all these modules will be installed. In my case, these packages are already installed. So after this, all the requirements are fulfilled. Now we can write the code. Now let me show you the code. For that, here, see, this is the repo which we cloned, the server. Okay. Here we will write the code. First, let's paste .env file over here. In that .env file, you will paste the OpenAI API key and the weather API key. So this is my .env file, and this file I have two API keys. One is for OpenAI model and another one is for weather API. Now let's understand the coding part. So I've created one file with the name of one.py. So I'm just opening with Notepad++. Guys, you can use any editor over here. You can work in Jupyter Notebook. You can use PyCharm. You can work in any editor. Okay. So here we will write our code. First, we are importing all the required modules. So these are the modules which are needed. So first one is async IO. Why we need this module? This async IO is a module built-in toolkit in Python. So this basically we are using it to save time. How? So suppose when we ask question, what is the weather in Delhi today? So that request will go to the MCP server. MCP server will connect with the API, weather API, and then it will fetch the live data, and then it will give us the output. So when we sent the request, after that we have to wait for some time so that MCP server can collect the answer and give it back to us. So that waiting time, at that time, instead of making your Python idle or wasting time, at that time Python can handle some other work. Okay, so that's why we are using this async IO module. After that, we are using these two modules. We need these two modules to load the API keys. And then we are importing chat OpenAI because we want to use the OpenAI model. So for that, we need this. And this module is needed because we want to work with MCP client and server. And after that, these two lines are here. We are importing all those modules which are needed to create a graph in LangGraph. After this, we will load the API keys first. And for loading the API keys, you will write this load underscore .env. This means all the API keys which are present in .env files are loaded in your environment now. And now we are creating a function, main function. Here we are providing the both the API keys, the weather API key and the OpenAI API key. And if keys are not available, user will see these messages. Now let's create a client, MCP client, which will connect the MCP server, weather MCP server. So this is how you create MCP client, which will connect the MCP server. See, client, we are using this module. And what we are doing here is we are connecting the MCP client with the weather MCP server, and that MCP server is over here. Remember? So in E drive, we have created this folder. Inside this folder, we cloned this repo. And inside this repo, we have this mcp weather.exe file. So this mcp weather.exe file means that our MCP weather MCP server. Okay. And then we are providing the weather API key to the MCP server, right? So we are not using it in our code. We are providing this API key to the MCP server, weather MCP server. Okay. So our client is connected to the weather MCP server now. And now let's check what all tools we have in this weather MCP server, what all tools we can use. So get tools using this method, you can get all the tools. And now let's write the LLM also, the LLM which we want to use. So the LLM which we want to use is GPT-4o Mini, and we have provided the OpenAI API key. Now guys, let's bind these tools with this model. Why we want to bind the tools? Because when user will ask a question, model will see if tools are needed to answer that question. If tools are needed, then model will use the tools. So we need to bind the tools for that. So let's do that. So this is how you bind the tools. See, we have created one function with the name of call model. And here, model, which model? The model we have defined over here. Dot bind tools. Bind tools is a method. Which tool we want to bind? The tools which are available over here in this. And here we are providing the chat history, the conversation which is going on between the user and the LLM, that we are providing. And then we are binding the tools also. Now, when user will ask a question, model will see if tools are needed, it will use the tool and it will give us the response. It will give the return the response. Okay. So this part is done. Next part is to build the graph. So guys, in LangGraph, we build graphs, right? We use different nodes and then we connect the nodes, that part. Okay. So that's what I'm doing now. See here. First, state graph we are calling. In builder variable, we are calling the state graph, and this message state means all the messages we want to store, right? And now builder dot add nodes. See here, we are adding two nodes. Add node will add a node. First, we want to create one node with the name of call model, and we are assigning this call model function to it. Means this node will do this task. And then we are adding another node, and the name of the node is tools. And this node will use all the tools which we get from the MCP server, right? Whether MCP server, the number of tools which MCP server have, all those tools we are providing here. Now, here we are connecting them. So first node will be the start node. Start node is getting connected with the call model. Call model is connected with the tools condition. What it means is, see, when model will start working, model will see if tools are needed. If tools are needed, that's why we are using this. add conditional edge means if tools are needed, then model will use the tool. And once the task of tool is done, then it will again go to the call model. Okay, so this is our graph. Now our graph is ready. We can compile this graph and then we can run this graph. To compile the graph, we will write builder dot compile. Now our graph is compiled. Now we can ask question. Run means to ask question. Now let's run it. So this is how you run graph. In this graph variable, we compiled our graph. Okay. Graph dot a invoke. Here we ask the question, what is the weather in Delhi today? And then here we are printing the response, the last response. This -1 means the last response. The chat history, the conversation which is going on, we want to print the last message. Why we want to print the last message? Because we asked what is the weather in Delhi today, and the last message will be the message from the LLM, and the LLM gets that response from the MCP server. MCP server gets that response from the weather API. That response we want to show. That's why we have written show the last message. Okay. Now our code is ready. Guys, we need to open two terminals to run this code. Two terminals means you need two command prompt. First command prompt will run your MCP server, because we are running the MCP server locally on our machine and our code is also running on our machine only. So we will open two separate command prompts. In one command prompt, we will run the server, MCP server, and on another command prompt, we will run our code. So here, let's run the MCP server. How we run the MCP server? See guys, we are already in that MCP open weather GitHub repo. So here, just write this mcp.exe. That's it. Now our MCP server, weather MCP server is running. You will not see anything over here. Server is running. Now open another command prompt. This is my second command prompt. Here, cd to the folder where we are working. We are working in LangGraph MCP demo folder, right? Here we have a file with the name of 1.py. We want to run that. Python 1.py file. Run it. So this is our MCP client. Why this is not showing the output? Oh, okay, we missed this step. We need to run like this. Save it now. Now run it. See, weather query. What is our question? What is the weather in Delhi today? It is working. And on this side, our server is running. Now, this is the MCP client. This MCP client is connecting with the MCP server. MCP server is fetching real live data from weather API, and then it will give that data to the MCP client. Then LLM will show that output on the screen. So this is the output. Today's weather in Delhi is as follows. Current condition, temperature, humidity, wind speed, pressure. Forecast for today, and it seemed to be warm day with overcast skies, and you can read the entire message. So this is the output we get from the weather API, but we are not directly connecting with the weather API. We are connecting with this MCP server. This MCP server is further connecting with the weather API. So what is the benefit of this approach? Why we are not connecting with the weather API directly instead of using MCP server? Why we are not connecting with the weather API? Because we have only written the code which is related to the connection between the MCP server and the client, right? So in future, if the company modifies their code, our code will work. It will not give you any errors. Okay. And guys, this way you can work with multiple MCP servers. Right now we are working with single MCP server, right? Now let's see how to work with multiple MCP servers, right? Our code will remain same. We will not change anything. I will only write a code over here which will connect us to the another MCP server, right? because that is the benefit of using MCP server and MCP client, so that you don't have to write much code. You only need to write the code related to the connection between the client and the server. Okay, let me show you practically. Let's connect with one more MCP server. Okay, so let's go to that GitHub repo again, where we have seen lot of MCP servers which are publicly available. So search calculator. So see this calculator tool. Let's use this tool now, this MCP server. So scroll down and here you can see the steps how to install this server. See, first of all, what different tools are available in this MCP server? Calculate function is available. And how to use it? To use it is very simple. Pip install. Just run this command to install this MCP server on your local machine. Then to run this MCP server, you need to run this command. Let's do that. Just copy this from here. And guys, now remember, you have two command prompts open. Don't close them. First one is, this command prompt is running which MCP server? Weather MCP server. And now the task which we are going to do is, we want to run multiple MCP servers together, right? And this command prompt is the prompt from where we are running our MCP client. Now let's open another command prompt where we will run the next MCP server, which is the calculator MCP server. Okay, so let's open a command prompt. So this is my third command prompt, and here first we will run this command to install the MCP server, calculator MCP server locally. Okay, this command only. So run it. In my case, I've already installed it, so I'm not running it again. And once you run it, how you will, after installing the calculator, how will you run it? Just copy this command from here and then paste here. Now your another MCP server is running locally. Calculator MCP server and weather MCP server. This is our weather MCP server. This is our calculator MCP server. And this is the MCP client, right? Now let's modify our code. We just need to write a very simple code. What code we needed? See, we need to write a very simple code over here. Put comma. So this is the part where we are connecting the client with the MCP server. So earlier we were using one server. Now put comma over here, and now we will write the code related to the connection to the next MCP server. See, this is the code for the second MCP server. That's it, guys. Only this much of code. See, we are connecting the MCP client with the weather MCP server and the calculator MCP server. The interaction between the MCP server and the client will be done with the help of this and command. And this is how we are connecting it with it. Okay, that's it. By writing this, we are connecting with the calculator MCP server, and now you can use the services of that. So guys, this is so simple. See, we have only written code related to the connection establishment between the client and the MCP server. So this way you can even connect your MCP client with hundreds of different MCP servers, and whenever there is a change in any of the code, your code will still work, because our code is only having the code related to the connection. Rest of the code is on the MCP server, right? So guys, this is how you can use multiple MCP servers. Now let's test this code. Let's do one more thing. Instead of asking question like this, let's change this part like this. We are asking the question from the user, and the conversation will keep going on. At the time, if user will click exit or quit, at the time the conversation will stop. Okay, save it. Go to your code again. Okay, where is our code? Here is our code. Let's run the code again. See, ask me anything, weather or calculation. So first, let's ask what all tools you have. See, answer, I have access to the following tools. First is the weather tool. You can read it about over here. And then the calculator tool. Yes. So this tool is from the calculator MCP server. This tool is from the weather MCP server. So both the MCP servers are connected properly. Now let's ask question. What is 8 plus 19? So we get the answer. Calculation tool is working. Now let's ask a question related to the weather. Weather in Delhi today. So we are getting the answer of that also. So guys, this is how you can use multiple MCP servers on your local machine. And here, this is the MCP client, the place from where we are asking question. And then we have two MCP servers running. See, this is the first MCP server, this is the second MCP server. Both the servers are running on local machine, and this is the MCP client, means the place from where we are connecting with the MCP server and asking question using LLMs. So guys, the link of this code is given in description section. You can try this code. And I hope this video is helpful. And guys, if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.